What if someone invited you to fly to Bali for a bachelor trip with 5 complete strangers? What would you say? Well, here's what I did. I always imagined my first bachelor trip to look a little something like this. 3 best friends traveling across Spain together, facing their biggest fears and finding true love. But somehow, I ended up on a plane to Bali for a bachelor trip with people I've never met before. And I had no idea what to expect.
What's up, guys? We're in Bali.
After landing, the first 2 people I met were Keshav and Krish. After exchanging our cash at the money exchange and becoming Balinese millionaires, we decided to get to know each other a little bit.
No.
Just one thing about yourself.
No.
Who are you?
No.
Who are you?
No.
Hey.
I'm Keshav from Canada. I'm 19 साल का था 2018. So I'm 23 right now. You guys know me from when I was 19.
You're 23?
I'm 23 right now.
Woo! Damn, dude.
After a few awkward conversations and Bing Tang beers, we realized that we actually had a lot in common. We checked into our hotel room in Kuta, explored the beaches, and quickly became friends. Now, there was only one thing left to do: wait for the rest of the gang to show up. And finally, our bachelor, Sachin, arrives with the rest of his friends, Aryant, Shwet, and Darshan. So right after our bachelor, Sachin, and the rest of his friends arrived, we all went out for a nice dinner before things got completely out of control. Oops, wrong story. That part comes a little later. For tonight, we just danced, laughed, got to know each other, and had a whole lot of fun.
Good morning, boys.
Morning.
How's the bachelor feeling, bro? It's the first morning since we've all come, huh? Sachin, say hi to camera, bro.
Hey,
This is
bro.
your trip, bro.
Thanks for making, boys.
How you feeling?
Feeling great.
Give us some words of motivation, bro.
Just 1 hour of sleep, we woke up the next morning a little dazed, but excited to see where the day would take us. So we packed our bags and set off our next destination, Nusa Penida.
Are you guys ready?
Upon reaching, we were greeted by lush palm trees and narrow roads. We checked into Ulala Villa, our Airbnb for the next 3 days, which overlooked the beautiful Bali Sea, and soon set off to explore the breathtaking landscape of the island. The island was truly a spectacle that we had never seen before. Everything felt like a dream to me. We then began our climb down to Keeling King Beach.
Okay, Sachin, tell us, in the remaining 6 days that we do have, what is one thing that you're looking most forward to?
This is once in good time with the boys. It's like the one last dance.
One last dance?
That's what I call this trip.
One last dance, yeah?
It's the one last dance, right?
One last dance, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, we're making our way down to Keeling.
Well, the hike down was extremely tiresome and super steep. The view was super beautiful and super aesthetic. The moment we reached the bottom and dipped our toes in the sand, trust me, I was stunned. This beach was by far the most magical beach we had ever been to, a moment that we knew would be forever etched in our hearts.
Boys, where are we going today?
With the first 2 days off to an incredible start, We were so pumped for what's in store today. Some adrenaline-packed cliff jumping. But that was all soon about to change. Due to the weather conditions and extremely high tide, we weren't allowed to jump. But that's okay, because sometimes no plan is the best plan. We hopped back onto our bikes and rode to the ferry where we met Suma, a local boat operator who surprisingly spoke better Hindi than me.
Namaste, Suma. Namaste. Kaise ho? Tell us something in Hindi.
मुस्कुराने की वजह तुम हो
Wow.
मुस्कुराने की वजह तुम हो जिया जाए ना ओरे पिया रे.
After crossing back to Nusa Penida, we rode to the other side of the island to explore a place that looked like it came straight from the postcards, Diamond Beach. Here we swam in the silky blue waters, gazed upon the magnificent limestone towers, and even had this little filmy moment with the boys. And that's where the one last dance was born.
स्कूटर का चाबी किसको देना था? देना.
It was day 4, and today we were going to experience something none of us could have ever imagined. The world beneath the surface. We arrived at Nusa Penida Dive Center, and after a little bit of bakchodi, we began our training session learning about everything from breathing techniques, hand gestures, oxygen levels, and so much more.
We're about to go scuba diving. It's gonna be my first time ever, and I'm pretty pumped.
After a quick practice dive near the shore, we rode out into the shimmering Bali Sea. For it was finally time for our Zindagi Na Milega Dobara moment.
Go.
Being underwater was a feeling we could never put into words. Down there, we were only a foal in the water. Yesterday spread beneath us, silent as bedrock, and the only thing that made us alive was our breath. With each breath we took, the world around us became more vibrant, more lucid, and more vast, and for the first time we got a sense of how small we truly were. In this alternative liquid world, we found what it truly meant to be free.
नाम है सिद्धू, नाम है सिद्धू.
Good morning, fam. A sumptuous local spread prepared by a team of in-house chefs. Now this is what we call island living. It was day 5 and we had just checked into our beautiful Airbnb in Seminyak. After 4 days of adventure, it was finally time for some much-needed bachelor action. While Aryant and Shwet were swiping across Bumble, the rest of us were prepping for a day filled with insane music and some good vibes. For we were en route one of the most beautiful party destinations in Bali, Savaya. This place was a definition of paradise. From the impressive entrance to the tiered lounge area that leads to the main pool deck, Savaya is a chic, crisp, and stunning day club. As the sun began to set over the picturesque white sand beaches below, we knew we were going to have a night that we would never forget. Although Savaya had to shut eventually, the night was still young. We soon found ourselves trying to enter another nightclub called Shishi, but there was only one problem. They weren't letting us in without dress shoes. And after talking to the manager, they offered to let us in by renting out shoes and socks, and obviously we said yes. That night, we partied until the sun came up. After a full night of partying, it was time to kick back and relax at Bali's #1 beach club. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fins. This place was by far one of the most beautiful all-day clubs I've ever been to. After a day of lounging, Sachin and I decided to take a break from the chaos and enjoy a meal together. He shared a story of how he fell in love with his fiancée Vandana, and it was so beautiful to see him so happy and excited for his next chapter of his life. After a few laughs and conversations, we finally reunited with the group and got ready for round 2. After all, it was a bachelor's.
Drop it like it's hard, drop it like it's hard, drop it like it's hard. Bitch, try to get it. Park it like it's hard, park it like it's hard, park it like.
दर्शन कहाँ पे जा रहे हो अभी?
हम जा रहे हैं उबुद, वहाँ पे रहने वाले हैं पूरी गार्डन में. Today we are going for the quad biking. I think that's going to be super fun with all the waterfalls and stuff. I think we'll be riding between the jungle and you know waterfalls and all of that. So I think we'll have a great time.
And after 3 days of intense partying, it was now time for another adrenaline-packed adventure. We checked into Puri Garden Hostel, one of the best hostel properties in Bali, and soon set out on an experience to the northern countryside of Ubud in a way we've never experienced before. This ATV adventure was so magical. It took us through varied landscapes of lush rice paddies, overgrown jungles, rushing waterfalls, local villages, and even natural tunnels. With the wind blowing through our hair and our blood pumping with adrenaline, it felt nice for once to be so carefree and feel so alive. After all, isn't that exactly how life is supposed to be? A wise man once said, "A stranger is a friend you just haven't met yet." After 7 days of living with strangers, it was magical to see how close we had all become. With our trip coming to an end, we wanted to celebrate the memories we had created by choosing a group activity that would keep us all together. And so we all decided to go whitewater rafting down the longest river in Bali, the Ayung River. As we paddled together to the cascading river, we passed through stunning waterfalls and breathtaking gorges that were just an absolute treat to the senses. The spray of the river splashed against our skin as we crashed through the rapids, a feeling that we would remember for years to come.
How does it feel to fall inside in the water? Yeah, did you feel scared? No, not at all.
Shut up.
Unless I have the life jacket, I'm okay.
Out of all the boys here, who was the worst one?
The worst. Krish.
See you at the wedding, bitch.
Next time we meet, it's gonna be your wedding, huh?
Yeah.
3 months later. I'm sorry, this trip wasn't that good for you.
Very good.
I know you tried a lot on all the apps. You tried a lot to be sporty. You tried a lot to talk to all the people.
I still ended up getting a date.
Oh, sure. I'm sorry, bro. Next time. Next bachelor trip, bro. Aryan come. Aryan's bachelor trip, he won't be swiping now, so he'll have a chance then.
No, but he'll still be swiping there.
Sure. Huh? No, I won't be swiping, but for you.
Good one, boys. Good one.
Alright, boys.
Yeah.
Here's the one last dance. Peace.
If there's one thing this trip taught me, it's that life is not meant to be lived with complete certainty. Life is found in living in the moment, and that's exactly what we did. Just with one simple yes, we were able to make new friends, truly live in the moment, and explore a whole new country while celebrating Sachin's one last dance. Vandana, if you're watching this, I wish you a very happy married life. And for the rest of y'all, I'll see you at the wedding.